Harpscreen, we're based in St Helens. We concentrate on welded mesh and woven mesh, both which require jigs. Any new product requires a jig. Bit of a calculating task for the member of staff or the few members of staff that can undertake this process. So it can create quite a bottleneck because we have to think about the time it might be to make a jig before that can get onto the shop floor. The jigs can be so complicated, and then you can undertake that process and get to the end and it fail because it's a manual process and have to start again. So the digital process was to streamline that and make it more precise.
What the VEC allowed us to do is that their data analysis and their ability to embrace the technology that we sort of know exists but don't understand. They were able to come in and say, right, okay, teach us what you're doing and how you're doing it, and then we'll show you how to digitise that and benefit from that. Personally, I genuinely didn't think it would happen. I wanted it to, but I just thought it was too complex mathematically to ever go from the process we had with too many different variations because of the different products we manufacture. So when we had the first success and we started cutting jigs automatically, it was a really sort of great eureka moment.
The first initial conversations were about that this is far more complicated than it sounds. When you think of building a wooden frame to hold some pieces of metal, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that complicated, but the measurements are so precise, so specific, and quite complicated how you come about them. The initial conversations were mainly about the fact that it was going to take a while for us to fully understand this. We built a web app where members of the staff can upload the requirements for a jig, so how far apart it needs to be, the physical thickness of the wires, things like that. And the web app does two things. One, it generates a 3D image of what the jig would look like so that they can verify it, they can make sure it makes sense, and then it outputs instructions of how to upload that as an instruction set to the CNC saw.
So the funding that we received helped with the technical elements of it and the development with the VEC, and then we purchased a brand new BSE CNC router machine with a bespoke saw blade head, and it enables us to manufacture the jigs very, very quickly.
The overall impact of this has been in the current setup, the way that jigs are manufactured is so complicated that only a very small handful of members of staff are able to do it, whereas what we've delivered should be able to help less bespoke jigs be able to be manufactured by a much wider part of the team.
The improvements that the software and the CNC has brought to Multimesh and Harpscreen is huge. We expect this improvement to guarantee jobs, around 3 jobs definitely, and our sales to improve.
We didn't realise that this ability to manufacture these jigs in 4 hours on average at the moment, as opposed to previously it was somewhere between 30 and 40 hours. The impact of our ability to quote much quicker lead times has brought so many more customers on board, and direct sales alone in 2025 are up around 12%, and we can attribute half of that to the fact we've got this process in place now, thanks to the VEC.